our 3-in-1 card came in today, which is awesome. So the first thing we got to do, I guess, is we got to take all but the bottom expansion slot cover has to come off. So let's start with that, I guess. Phillips screwdriver on that, I guess. Remove these upper two. So we got my 3-in-1 card, which will provide 640 kilobytes of RAM. Oh, here we go. There we go. So put this one back. All right. And then with that, we can get the 3-in-1 card out. Ready? Push this power dealy for the. Let me get that out of the way. And so, here, let me line this. Let me make sure we get a shot of this somewhere. There we go. So, I got to get this slot, this connector here, into this slot here. Alright. Here's my main concern here, is that I'm afraid this is going to be conductive. And here, this here wants to sit on it. So I think it would be a good idea to put something between it and the other. So before we can put it in, I guess we got to put some tape on it. Turned into a thing again. I'll just cover that up for now, and if we decide we're going to do something else later, we'll do that. Alright. So that should take care of that. Alright. Alright. This feels like it's in place. Alright, then we just need to separate one of these again. What's here? There we go. So, turn this way, just to catch it on the camera again. Yeah. We're going to put that on, but let's wait a second, make it easier to get this put together. I get my screws and my nuts. Yeah, so I have this screw kit here. Picked up a while back. Hopefully something in here will fit. I think they're going to be too big by the looks of things. Let's see. Will this fit? There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. 256K. Alright, so for whatever stupid reason, this quit working again. Let's see about this. Alright, so I sprayed some deoxit in here, this connector here. I'm also going to take the RAM chip out. I'm going to put some deoxit in that. Because last time I took this out and put it back in, it started working. So I'm thinking, I don't know, picked up some corrosion along the way somewhere. Alright. worked wonders on the Specky. Clean sockets and everything. Alright, let's put it in here and see what happens. Let's put it in there. Okay, cool. Well, now it says 640. There we go. Invalid parameter. Oh, look at that. It's working. Alrighty. So we got some work to do on the Tandy 1000EX. This is that machine's floppy disk drive. 5 1/4 inch. It's I believe it's to be a teak, however you say that. So it's really actually a pretty clean. It looks to be very clean, honestly. But that doesn't mean it can't benefit from a little bit of cleaning. So we will just do that. I mean, as far as anything down in here, I mean, it's clean. Looks good. So we'll clean the head for sure. We'll clean the rails and lubricate them so that it can slide back and forth real nice. That's about all we can do with this. I mean, we cleaned it up and everything. I got some system discs from a guy on eBay, and they have arrived. So even though we have the 3-in-1 card installed and we have the GoTech installed, I'm a little unhappy with the GoTech where it's at, because it points off to the side and you're constantly having to turn the entire machine just to read that screen. It's I think what I'll do is I'll put the original floppy back in that slot on the side. I brought the deoxit out, thinking, well, maybe I'll use it. I don't think it's going to be necessary. I don't think it hurt anything. Give it a little spray down. So when I put the 3-in-1 card in the connector on the motherboard, those pins were sitting without being connected to anything for 40 years, pretty close to it, if not completely that. So they sat there, you know, just out getting tarnished by the elements. I mean, it was under the cover, but it was in the open air. So I had to spray some deoxit. It's deoxit B5, Adrian Black's favorite go-to. So I had to spray some of that on those pins. I sprayed it on a connector for the 3-in-1 card, but that wasn't enough. I actually had to go in and spray the pins of the connector. Since having done that, it seems to be working well. So I went ahead and mounted it. It's a pain in the butt with the screws the way they are. So I got these little nuts here, these little clip-on nuts, and I'm going to put those on the 3-in-1 card. I got them in size number 6 with 32 threads per inch. Thinking that that's the size of the screw I've got in there now, so I can use the screws I'm already using and just use these nuts on it, and that way they'll be captured and it'll be a little easier to service when time is needed. So let's get the machine. Let's have a look here. So I have that working nicely. So let's take it apart, right? So what we're going to have to do is actually split the case. Yeah, I don't know. No, we'll see. Alright, so we still got the 2 screws inside the bay, the expansion bay, as I like to call it. Oh. Alright, so we got these 2 as well, so let's catch that before it gets bounced off the table where we can't find it. This one. There it is. Okay. Alright, what else are we going to have to do? We're going to take these 2 screws out here. And we can't get to those just yet. We can get to one. So we're also going to have to take out the 3-in-1 card. It's no big deal. We'll just take it out. Because I wanted to put those clip-on nuts on it anyway. This nut here isn't too bad to put on or take off. It's the other one that's the booger. I tried doing what Mr. Lurch said he did and soldering them to the bracket here, because it has a metal deal on it. Yeah, it appears that I actually made it hold over here. How about that? Yeah, it's not coming off at all. I guess that's a problem solved, huh? So I just put that one clip on this side, I guess. And let's see if that's even gonna work. Speed nuts, they call them, huh? Okay. There it goes. Just thinking about it. There we go. So that should be golden. Let's try the screw. Yeah, I think it's going to work. Yeah, sure enough. It's going to be fine. So, if you're looking for a solution, that might be yours. Who knows? I like this size of screw because the heads kind of match what's already there as far as size goes. Alright, with all that done, we should be able to remove the top of the machine. At any rate, the top lifts right off. Alright, cool. So there's that. So it would go in the cradle like so. Yeah. That's all right. So we'll just leave the jumper right where it's at, because for now, it's going to go back together the same way it came apart. With that done, then that is done. I'll put it back in the machine. Okay, so without going any further in the reassembly process, I think we can test it. So, let's see. I'll turn this guy on. So we plug this in. We'll run it this way, I think, today. Let's see here. Run that way. Plug. Here's our video cable. Plug that in. And allegedly, we should be ready to rock and roll. So we'll move this over here. I get those discs, huh? Definitely going to need to put a 3-in-1 card back in. It's going to work better that way. It is off. Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's off. I'll just go and unplug it. The machine's not completely assembled anyway. Okay. Did we win? I think we won. Ah, that's what we wanted to see. So 640K lit up okay. Buzz, buzz. So it's moving from C. Okay, so here's our DOS shell. And then if we put Shift, what is it? Shift F9 will drop into a command prompt. Here we are. At this point, what I would like to do is I'm going to put MS-DOS in the floppy drive. And here. I don't know if I did it right or not. We'll find out. So let's go A:. Yeah, here. Okay, directory. Okay. What I'm talking about. Seems like it's working. Well, with all that said, how about if we turn the computer off and we'll just reboot with the disk in there. I think if you press A while it's booting, it will boot to the floppy. You gotta wait for it to finish the memory tab. Okay. I'm not real sure when you have to press it. I would think now. There you go, booting A. Nice. So yeah, the floppy seems to work. And I got all those A's from me pushing the button. New date. One. New time. 0937. And we'll call it 30 seconds. Very cool. Let's go ahead and boot the hard drive. We'll go into DOS 5. We'll go into DOS 5 and see if we can run that deskmate. Maybe we can install it there. I don't know. If not, we should probably be able to copy it to the hard drive, so we don't have to get the floppies out every time we want to use it. So that might be an option. Another thing that might be helpful is to actually learn how to use this DOS shell, so I don't have to just close it out. That might help. Okay, so with that done, we can go to let's see, Shift F9. Okay, and then with that we go auto exec bat. What if we did a buy? Edit. You see here now, if we were to change this, it wouldn't go to DOS shell every time. It would just go to DOS, and I wouldn't have to exit out of it. Yeah, okay, so we're going to press the Alt key. And then we go File. And we just come down here to Save. Now we can go to Alt again. Alt. F. I'm going to scroll down to Exit. Exit. Cool. So then we do a Control Alt and delete. Control Alt delete to reset the machine. So we don't have to be so violent with it as to keep turning it on and off. Okay. Let's try going to A:. See how we just ended up in DOS now? So that's nice. One less step, you know, for something I don't intend to use a DOS shell at this time anyway. But if I change my mind, I can edit the auto exec bat again and add it back in. Or if I want it, look at here, I can just go DOS shell. And it's back. It takes a little longer to start with the DOS shell going. Come on now, open up. There it is. So that's nice. Shift F9. Now we're back into DOS prompt, and we're back in the A now. Cool. So if we go to directory, this should be our desk mate here. So let's go back to C. Let's see, C colon. Alright, we're going to make a directory. Make directory desk. With that done, we can go copy A colon. And we're going to copy that to C colon. I didn't like that. CD DOS /y. They have X copy. Nice. So if we change directory to desk and we do a directory of that, we should find all the stuff we copied over. Nice. So we go back to A colon. Alright, with that done, we won't need this floppy anymore, probably. So we can put that over here. How much free space is left in C, I wonder? Yeah. Abort. I meant to do that in C. Abort. Alright. If you want to be like that, then we'll just do it this way. We'll just put a floppy in there. The other one we wanted to copy. What will we try? Nice. Okay. So, directory. Oh, okay, I see. X copy. Slash. Alright, so if we were to go C colon, okay, well we're in C colon desk, go to directory, we'll have more files than the screen can hold, which is what we thought we'd have, which is fine. And then, of course, we can go to desk. Which it starts and runs it just a little bit faster off the CF card than it did from the floppy, huh? That's pretty neat. Ah, it's all that. Okay, cool. And then from there, come on around here. Text, plain bold underline, search. Very nice. Cancel it then. Okay, cool. So let's see, Alt F. I want to quit. And we're back to the desk. How about that? Well, we seem to be stuck. Anyway, it starts up and goes into DOS more quickly without having to start the shell. I wonder if you can run basic A in DOS 5. Oh, it totally works. GW Basic, yeah. So if we go back to System, that puts us back there. What about if I put Basic A? Okay, that's the same one, right? I didn't notice a version last time, but I noticed we got a little bit less memory. Interesting. System. Well, anyway, it shows that I still have a lot of room left on here. Let's change directory to this. And then we can go to make directory. Let's not just do DOS 2. And then from there, we could go to A colon. I'll go X copy. A colon. This dot that to C colon. Oh crap. That bracket's gonna screw me. Cool. Now what I like about the GW Basic is a little more fun for me than trying to write them on that Q Basic. I would like to learn more about Q Basic, but I think GW Basic is a little more fun for me, just because I'm more familiar with it. Yeah, so with that, we go back to C. And change directory to DOS 2. And from there, directory /y. So let's try that. There it is, GW Basic. And so if we went back to the system and we went back to C, oh no, oh yeah, CD, now we're, oops. Yeah, we're still there. So if we go back to CD DOS, all right, let's put it back together. Works great. It works fantastically, huh? Yeah, that's neat. I like the floppy drive. I didn't want to lose that. Come on for that. There he goes. So with that out of the way, then we can, now we can put the top back on. test it. Give it a quick test fire, huh? Alright. Actually. Oh, well, we disconnected the video. So that was another false alarm. Alright, let's try again. Yeah. Looks like we're probably okay. Assuming the memory doesn't error out or something stupid. Alright, cool. So that worked. I'll go back to the overhead camera. Now we can put this other slot cover back on. And should, at that point, be done. Should. Let's spin it on around here now. Put this cover on. I guess that's it.